the leading key risk indicators, so the preventative key risk indicators, are basically the metrics of risk drivers. So you need to understand the causes of the risks and you measure it. And that's your KRI. Very easy. Very easy if you understand what causes your risk. Okay. And so for risks that have been around a long time, either in society or in financial services, it's a lot easier than for operational risk. So here I take a risk that everybody knows because either you've always driven a car or at least have been in a car before. And decades of car safety told us that speed and anything that impact vigilance, tiredness, alcohol, drugs, whatever, essentially that, I guess, are very important drivers of likelihood in terms of tiredness. The more tired you are, sleepy you are, the more you're going to risk ending up where you shouldn't be. And speed, well, both increases the likelihood of an accident because it shortens your reaction time, but it increases the impact. And that's another aspect that I want to insist upon a little bit today, is not only the idea of preventive KRIs in terms of likelihood, but also in terms of impact. And that's linked also to the reductions of exposure. So for that, I took a small examples of preventive KRIs on some of the top lists I hear when people suggest as risk to track with KRIs is key people, key man dependencies. And here, so I gave you two sets of examples for indicators around likelihood and around impact. Now, turnover, people leaving, these are not preventive KRIs, all right? It's just a lagging KRIs, just show how bad you've done and shows that if you don't do anything else, the past, same cause, same effect, the past might reproduce in the future, so not a good idea, okay? If you want to be leading, if you want to avoid the damage due to your key people dependencies, you can look at preventing from people leaving. And for that, you look at why people leave a company. Now, the overwhelming cause are, or the reasons are basically overwhelmingly concentrate around three causes: bad boss, bad pay, and bad career prospects. And so here I left the metrics that you can have in terms of bad pay. You could add the big pay gap to market rates, promotions, or engagement survey 360 reviews, or if you want to be more granular, team meetings, one-to-one interactions, which is a proxy of good relationship with the team as well. And then in terms of drivers exposure, the other way to reduce your key man risk is not to have key men in your organization. But the more you have, the more, you know, even some guys, even they decide not to leave, they might be hit by a bus or might get sick and etc. Sorry, I didn't want to make that, but likelihood is still very good. Anyway. So going back to my exposure, how many key people do you have? So key people where you have a concentration of information, so people without backup or without fully documented processes. Okay, so that's the